everyone. Thank you so much for joining me on another episode of Why I Love Flagler County, your local podcast spotlighting local businesses and local residents on why they like being in Flagler County. So today I'm super excited to have my guest, Sam Hayes, with us today. Sam, thank you so much for your time. I'm really excited for this.
Me too. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thrilled to be here with you.
Oh, thank you so much. I know I really appreciate you coming on and sharing a few minutes of your time. Sometimes podcasts can be a little intimidating, but I loved you sharing your story. Sam and I know each other from the local BNI chapter. And I
Mhm.
remember she had her presentation not too long ago, and she was
Yeah.
sharing her story and all of her whys. And I was like, this is so moving. I'm so excited to have her on my podcast. So thank you again, Sam, for the time
Yeah.
today.
My,
I would love for you to share your story. It's a really cool story of how you kind of came here to Palm Coast, how you came here to Flagler County. So I'd love for you to share that.
yeah. It's not really driven by me, by my husband, even by our cats. We just, COVID happened and there's like times in life before something happened and after something happened, like Amanda shared with us in her presentation, and I guess my after was COVID. And it was just a great time for us to try something new. My husband and I both were just looking for something different. And we really felt a pull on us um, to Florida. And a lot of that had to do with just the vibe here. Sort of during and after COVID, things were just open and seemed more normal, and we really wanted normal.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so we came out to visit some friends of ours who lived in Jacksonville, and we just really liked it. We liked the feeling and how open everything was and how friendly and just how different it was from where we'd been living the last 30 years in Colorado.
Right.
So it seemed like, maybe this is the change we need.
Yeah.
We started looking for places in Jacksonville. We even made an offer on a place in Jacksonville, but I think God had a different plan. And one day a listing showed up in our uh, email for Palm Coast. We didn't even know it existed. And so then we started looking and we thought, oh, Palm Coast, look how close it is to the beach and St. Augustine and Daytona. Let's check it out. And it
Mm-hmm.
just steamrolled from there, and everything was easy. I mean, it was like God was just pushing any obstacle out of the way to get us here. And a lot of people I met that first year had very similar stories to not knowing about Palm Coast, and that they just ended up here and it was
Mm-hmm.
seemed so seamless and easy. And I don't know. I think there is something very special and supernatural about it, because
Yeah.
a lot of healing, I think, has taken place here for people after COVID about getting, out of their house and in touch with each other and, being in community and collaborating. And um, the energy was just wonderful. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
No,
that's what we found.
I love that.
Our
That
happy
totally,
accident.
yeah, that totally rings true for my family as well. We had started looking in 2021 because we had also gone through the pandemic up in Michigan, and we were looking
Okay.
for that change. And it was really similar to you, is we didn't really know what Palm Coast was. We were kind of
Right.
looking on the map and we're like, all right, this is what we want in a town. We found Palm Coast, like, okay, I think this is it. Um,
Yeah.
we were looking around for houses, nothing really seemed to be popping up, and we're like, all right, let's just keep looking. And just I think it's one of those God's timing things. I feel like there's been so many stories I've had, like you said, with these
Yeah.
timings of like trusting that and be like, God, if you want me here, let open it for me. And it really
Right.
opened. Like we put in an offer and it didn't go through, and we are like, all right. The next day we get a call from a builder and he's like, we have an open house. Our this just went back on the market 2 hours ago. Do you want it? And we were
Wow.
it was everything we wanted in the house. And we're like, all right,
It
sounds
was meant
good.
to be. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's
it's so
beautiful.
yeah. I had never thought about it in the way that you were framing it. There's that healing and that supernatural ability. I never really thought about that, but you're right. After talking to so
Yeah.
many people about them coming to Palm Coast, I really see that consistency in their stories.
Yeah. It really happened. I mean, even my husband will remark on it that during the pandemic, with a lot of fear and a lot of just things that were going on unknown, it there was some time and some place and some people where just ugliness and hostility
Sure.
led. And when we kept coming here through the moving process, we just thought like there's some weird, filter here or bubble here, and that, we could feel God here healing
Mm.
and just drawing people in. And it's just been beautiful.
I love that. That's such an amazing way to put it. Well, I'd love for you to also talk about your business because you have an amazing, you do a lot of great things for a lot of people, men and women, to help them
That's right.
feel good. So I'd love for you
Yeah.
to talk about opening that down here and how has that been for you?
It's been amazing. I had no intention of opening my business here when we moved.
Hmm.
After COVID, I didn't know that people would want to be touched again, and that's all I do. That's my language. Um, so, we just moved here. We were maybe reinventing ourselves, took a year off, and I would say the pivotal moment for me here in pushing me back in that direction was through the ladies of Flagler County and meeting some of those amazing women, Donna Davis, Dina Cedar, Melissa Dunn. And I'm an introvert, and, I had a network back in Colorado, a little capsule of friends, and didn't have to really extrovert much. But here I had nobody. And so when I first met these beautiful ladies of Flagler County, they were very warm and welcoming, and just brought me into the county, really. And I remember Donna saying, just get out there, go to events, meet people, see what God has in store for you here. You'll know. And it stuck with me because every event they ever listed, I'm signing up, which is so not like me. And then I'm like sitting in the car going, I don't have to go. I could my first event was a cookie exchange. I drove to the
Oh,
event,
uh-huh.
saw the women, and then I drove away. But eventually just busted through and met my community here, and was figuring it out. Do I go to real estate school? What do I do?
Hmm.
And the more people I met, they asked me, my story, what I do, what I want to do. And I said, I'm a facial specialist, a massage specialist, a fascia specialist. I'm a stress reduction coach. I love getting
Hmm.
people out of stress, out of pain. And they kept saying, when are you opening? When are you opening? And I had no intention until finally I I wanted it more than I
Hmm.
didn't again.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I love that. You're getting
yeah.
you're getting under people's skin in a sense.
Right, exactly. Literally.
Literally.
Yeah.
Um, but that's so amazing to hear that it was the community that helped you get that comfort, get that confidence to open that aspect. Because
Yeah.
I know a lot of people, we felt like, how was the world going to go back
Right.
pre-COVID? Like now COVID has, I don't know, come and gone if that's what the word you want to use, but now that people are doing different things, what is it going to look like for us? What are some of
Right.
the things that we are doing so normally before COVID? How is that going to translate to our culture now? So it's super lovely to hear that you were able to have that space, that now you're able to shine. I know you're always booked 5 weeks out, which is
Yeah.
awesome for your business.
It's such
You're
a
just
gift.
killing it. Yeah.
Um,
Oh, I love
yeah.
that.
I'm the lucky one, really. I'm so blessed. I can't believe I can do the job that I get to do every day. It's
Yeah.
such a
Yeah, I could tell, like I mentioned during your BNI presentation, I was like, this is someone who enjoys what she does and enjoys talking to people about it and enjoys, the fact that she can service people in the best way possible. I'm always looking for that, right? When I'm looking for guests, it's not just everyone, but it's like I want make sure that people have something when they share. And I feel like we're so blessed to live in Flagler County that pretty
Mhm.
much everyone I've met has been like that. Literally
Yeah.
everyone has been like, yeah, I want to do the podcast, and then they do it, and then there's just the passion flows through, and I'm like, this is why I do it. And I think similarly, you feel that with your business. It's like you get that rush every day, like this is why I'm doing it. This is why I want to
Right.
help people.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. It's true. It's about serving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I love that you share that, before you're an introvert, I'm sure, you still yeah, it doesn't really go away. But
Right.
despite being an introvert, you're able to get out there, talk to people. What are some of the ways that you would recommend maybe fellow introverts or just new people in Flagler to kind of get out there, get into the community, get to know people?
Well, I would say if you're a business person,
Hmm.
groups like BNI, Bold Ladies of Flagler County, are amazing, just amazing platforms. Bold Ladies, I joined 3 years ago before I opened my business. And the collaboration, the support, emotional, from a business sense was just incredible. And then their mission, what they
Mm.
do, raising
Hmm.
money for the community is just incredible. Anna and Alina are incredible women.
They are.
So if you're a business person, get connected with the groups in the community here because we're all about lifting each other up. BNI as well. I mean, I joined BNI in September, shortly before you.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, it wasn't about getting more business. It was
Hmm.
about being with other business owners. And again, that collaboration. Uh, I consider myself a concierge service provider. So I do
Yeah.
massage, I do facials, I do fascia release, I do waxing, but I serve my customers in whatever way I can. If they need a painter, a plumber, a lawyer, I want to provide that for them because I know so many people, and BNI just that's really why I joined, is to be connected to a vetted
Mm.
professional network that
Yeah.
is not only for me, but for my customers. So
Yeah.
that's been incredible.
Yeah.
Um, and then, socially, the Ladies of Flagler, hands down, the best group. It's not about business, it's about making friends and having fun. And I have made lifelong friendships, and there's always something to do. If you don't see an event that you want to do, you can create an event. Um, I have an event coming up in March. I want to do martial arts, and we
Okay.
know Sifu Adam
Right.
Willis from the Dragon Institute, and I'm intimidated. I don't want to go by myself. So I put an event on the Ladies of Flagler, and I've got 13 other women coming with me.
There you
So
go. That's
there's
awesome.
always something. And
Uh-huh.
again, I have to say about this community, I believe that God brought us all here because there is such a sense of connectedness and collaboration, whether it's business, friendship, being stuck on the side of the road. There's just something special here. And
Yeah.
so those are my three best recommendations for just getting connected. And
Hmm.
if you're totally introverted, friend me on Facebook and I will go with you to an event. Or wait in the car until we decide
Right.
to go.
Till you're ready. Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Oh, that's perfect. And I know I have your information, so I'll make sure I have all of your information. If anyone's reaching out looking for, like you mentioned, a facial, massage, anything like that to help them feel great. Because we all deserve it. Valentine's Day
I
is coming
do.
up. The best gift
Yeah,
that you can give yourself is sometimes to your spouse, but also sometimes just to yourself. You
absolutely.
loving your
Stress does not discriminate.
right.
And it can wreak havoc on every system in your body. So
Yeah.
it doesn't matter whether it's a facial, a massage, an eyebrow wax. I'm here to find your pause button.
Yeah, and you deserve it too. I think that's a really
Yeah,
big thing that people struggle with is you deserve that self-care. You deserve to splurge a little bit on yourself, to take care of yourself because people sometimes underestimate how good that feeling is when you get out of a session with you,
absolutely.
stuff like that. It's
Yeah.
it's it's priceless, that feeling, and then it carries on and then you feel motivated and it's back. So Sam, thank you so much for the time today. I really appreciate it. I loved hearing your
Oh, you're welcome.
story, all of the things that you do to help people in the community. And I can see just from our conversation and out in the world, You do that. You do go out there, you talk to people, you help people, you make them feel great. So, Sam, thank you
Thank
so much
you.
for the time today. It's been an
Oh,
absolute pleasure.
yeah.
And to everyone listening, thank you again as well, and I will see you all next time.
All
Bye.
right.